In today's news, President Bashar al-Assad says Syria will comply with the UN resolution to destroy its chemical arsenal. A team of around 20 weapons experts arrived in Damascus today to begin their task. An official from the Organization for the Prohibition of Chemical Weapons says they have no reason to doubt the information provided by the Syrian regime. Another group of UN inspectors is due to wrap up a probe into several alleged chemical attacks. Indonesian authorities fear the worst after the latest asylum seeker tragedy. Just 28 people have been found alive since a boat carrying about 80 Lebanese, Iranians and Iraqis broke apart near a beach off West Java on Friday morning. The death toll has risen to 31 and more than 20 people remain missing and are feared drowned. The American Center for Law and Justice says there are reports that President Barack Obama has spoken on the phone to Iran's President Hassan Rouhani about imprisoned Iranian-American pastor Saeed Abedini. A senior White House official has confirmed that President Obama raised Pastor Saeed's case and expressed America's interest in seeing him returned to his family. In local news, the partial sale of Meridian Energy has begun and prospective investors are being encouraged to read the offer documents carefully and remember that share prices could fluctuate if the government changes. Shares in the electricity company are on offer for the next 3 weeks. A new report detailing the tsunami risks to New Zealand has been released. The last similar report was published in 2005 on the tail of the Boxing Day disaster. GNS scientist and author of the report, Dr. William Power, says they have found that tectonic plate boundaries nearby may experience larger earthquakes than what was recognized 8 years ago, and that the tsunami threat to New Zealand is greater than what was thought back then. Civil defense authorities say the report underlines how important it is for households to be prepared for emergencies. And Labour is continuing to call on the Reserve Bank to make exceptions for the 20% house deposit rule when new loan-to-value mortgage ratios kick in tomorrow. Leader David Cunliffe wants exemptions for first-home buyers and regions where house prices are flat. Railway crossing safety is in the headlines again after a train versus car collision northwest of Auckland this morning. 3 children and a woman driver were injured at the Taupaki Road level crossing, which is controlled by flashing lights and warning bells, but no barrier arms, and it's unlikely that half-arm barriers will be installed. Kiwi Rail is instead urging motorists to heed alarms as they would traffic lights at road intersections. The international education sector contributed $2.6 billion to the economy in the past year, as well as 28,000 jobs. The economic impact of international education report also shows that the sale and delivery of Kiwi education services and products offshore was $104 million, and that's despite a fall in student enrollments caused by the global financial crisis and the Canterbury earthquakes. The country's sports officials are setting up an integrity working group to fight against the global rise in doping, match fixing and illegal betting. The New Zealand Olympic Committee says it's important to have systems in place just in case corruption starts happening here. And finally, members of Team New Zealand have arrived back at Auckland International Airport this morning to a proud welcome from about 150 fans. Grinder and former Olympic champion Rob Waddell says racing in the America's Cup was like preparing for an Olympic final every single day. Well, those are the headlines for Monday the 30th of September. Mauri ora.